Hi, I'm Lizzie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create this cute crochet skirt. I named it the Seaside Skirt. If you would like the written pattern, it's linked in the description below on my website and Etsy shop. Thank you for watching! For this tutorial, you will need a scissors, a crochet hook, yarn. You can use any size yarn that you would like, but use the hook size that is recommended for your yarn. Since this is a made to measure pattern, you can use any size yarn depending on what you would like. And you'll need some stitch markers, an optional 2 beads for your drawstring in the skirt, and a measuring tape. Depending on the length that you would like your skirt, you will need more or less yarn. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so this pattern is worked using your measure B, which is the length of your skirt, as your starting chain. So we're using this in the beginning. And we're going to chain the amount that is closest to your measure B with a multiple of 24 plus 5. A multiple of 24 is a number that is divisible by 24. So examples of multiples of 24 are 24, 48, 72, 96, 120, 144, and so on. So you can choose any one of these to chain, and then you're going to add your 5 extra chains at the end. Okay, so I went with a total of 48 for mine, because 48 was closest to the length that I want my skirt to be. So I chose 48. Chain your amount and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I just finished making my 48 chains, which is closest to my measure B, which is around 10 inches. That's the length I want for my skirt. So now, after you've got your multiple of 24, you're going to chain 5 more. So add on 5 chains. 5. Now you're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook, which is not this one, not this one, not this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook, and then double crochet into each stitch all the way down until the end. So just continue double crocheting into each stitch. All the way to the end, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just finished my last one here. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. For the second row, you're going to single crochet into the first stitch, which is this one. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, then single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to repeat what we just did. So as you can see here, we did single crochet, half double crochet, treble crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. So we reach back to these two single crochets and we're going to repeat everything we did here once more. So the next stitch would be to chain one, half double crochet into the second stitch, skipping this one, chain one, skip one stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, chain one, skip one stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. And we're going to continue just like that all the way till the end, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I reached the end and I just did single crochet and chain one. Now I have to skip one stitch and single crochet into the last stitch, which is right here at the top of this chain space. So the beginning looks just like the end with single crochet, chain one, single crochet, chain one, single crochet. So now we're gonna chain one and turn our work. This is row 3. For row 3, we're gonna single crochet on top of this first single crochet that we made, chain one, single crochet on top of the next single crochet. We're basically repeating the previous row on top of this row. Chain one, half double crochet on top of the next half double crochet, chain one, double crochet on top of the next double crochet, chain one, treble crochet on top of the next treble crochet, chain one, treble crochet on top of the next treble crochet, chain one, double crochet on top of the next double crochet, chain one, half double crochet on top of the next half double crochet, chain one, single crochet on top of the next single crochet, chain one, single crochet on top of the next single crochet. And we're going to repeat that all the way until we reach the end of the row, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just did my second to last single crochet at the end. Now I have to chain one and single crochet into the very last single crochet. Now we're going to chain two and turn our work. This chain two counts as a double crochet. So because we made this chain two on top of this single crochet stitch, we're not going to work into this single crochet stitch. We're going to work into the chain one space now. So we're going to double crochet into the chain one space, double crochet into the next single crochet, double crochet into the next chain one space, double crochet into the next half double crochet, double crochet into the next chain one space, double crochet into the next double crochet, double crochet into the next chain one space, double crochet into the next treble crochet, double crochet into the next chain one space, and we're going to continue just like this all the way to the end, double crocheting into each stitch, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just did my second to last double crochet, and now I have my last one to do in the last single crochet stitch. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying this tutorial and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. It not only keeps you updated with my latest tutorials, but it also really helps me to keep creating more content for you so that, yeah, I can share my free tutorials with you of my new designs. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. And that's it. Continue on. Happy crocheting. Bye bye. Now I'm going to chain two. This counts as a double crochet. And what we're going to do now is make back post double crochets into each one of these stitches all the way down. So first, this counts as a double crochet, so we're not going to be working into this first stitch because this is already on top of this stitch. So we're going to make our first back post double crochet. So you're going to yarn over like you usually do for a double crochet, and we're not going to go into this stitch here. We're going to go from the back and go around the stitch and then grab yarn, pull through, and double crochet like normal. So that's our first back post double crochet. So let's do that again. Go from the back, grab the yarn, pull through, and double crochet. Again, back post double crochet. This acts as a kind of ridge here that accentuates the waves in this design. So we're going to continue making back post double crochets into each one of these stitches all the way until we reach the end, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just did my second to last back post double crochet. So I just went around this stitch here, and now I'm just going to go into the chain two space and make a double crochet at the end. And that's the end of this row. Now we're going to chain four. 1, 2, 3, 4. This counts as a treble crochet and a chain one. So we're going to turn our work. We're going to skip one stitch and work into the next stitch. Since we already have this chain 3, which already counts as a treble crochet, on top of this stitch, we're not working into this stitch. So we're skipping this stitch and we're going to make a treble crochet into this next stitch. So treble crochet into the next stitch, which is this one. Chain one, skip one stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain one, skip one stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch. Just like this. And we're going to continue repeating. So we just had 2 treble crochets, we just did our 2. Now we're going to make chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, treble crochet into the next stitch. Continue like that all the way to the end, and I'll meet you back. Okay, I just finished my second to last treble crochet at the end here. And now I'm going to chain 1 and treble crochet into the very last stitch. which is the top of this chain 2 here. And this is what your work should look like so far. Always remember that the beginning of the row and the end of the row should look the same with the same amount of stitches. If it doesn't, then you have to check back your stitches to make sure that you didn't miss a stitch. So now we're going to chain 3 and then chain 1 more, because the first chain 3 counts as a treble crochet and a chain 1. So that's 4 chains. Turn your work, and we're essentially going to do this previous row over again. So I'm going to treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet into the next half double crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, half double crochet into the next half double crochet, and we're going to continue just like this all the way until we reach the end of the row. Chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, and continue just like that, repeating all the way until the end, and I'll meet you back. Okay, I just did my second to last treble crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1 and treble crochet into the third chain of the previous row, treble crochet. Okay, and that's the end of this row. Now essentially we're going to repeat from row 1 to 7 over and over and over in that order until you reach the length of your hip measurement. So the next row would be the same thing as the first row, which is double crochet into each stitch. So chain 2, turn the work, double crochet into chain 1 space, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet all the way until we reach the end. And you continue repeating rows 1 to 7 until your piece can wrap around your body. Okay, so you want to lay out your work on a flat surface and measure the length like how I have here from beginning to end. Do not stretch your work. Leave it as it is, lay it out flat and measure. I crocheted rows until I reached a total of 32 inches because that's the length of my hip measurement. That's the length of my hip measurement. So yes, crochet until you reach that length. And also we want to make sure that this section, as you can see here, we started with single crochets, and this section we started with treble crochets. So we want to make sure that the single crochets and treble crochets are always next to each other, like this little section here and this little section here. So that means that the beginning and the end must not be the same. So this is treble crochets here and single crochets here. And also there's this double crochet row here and end with a double crochet row. Don't go on to doing the back post double crochet row. Don't do that because we're going to slip stitch now to connect these two sides together. Okay, now we're going to connect both ends together, and to do so we want to make sure that this section here is on the front side. So as you can see, there's these ridges, This is the front side, and the back, the wrong side, would be where there's no ridges. Okay, so we want to make sure that the front side is on the outside. So we're going to fold our work in half like this, making sure that the front side is here, and the wrong side is sandwiched against each other. Okay, let me see if I could do it like this. Okay, so as you can see, this section here matches up to the waves of the pattern. So all we need to do now is slip stitch to attach these pieces together. Okay, so you're going to take your work from where you ended off on your last row, and you're going to chain one. Now we're going to take these two sides, put them together like this, kind of sandwich them together and hold it like this so that it will be easier to work with. And we're simply going to do some slip stitches. We're going to go into the first stitch and also go into the first stitch on the back, which is this chain two space. So we're going into there and slip stitching. Go into the next stitch and into the back on the next stitch, slip stitch. Go into the next stitch, also into the back, slip stitch. Continue slip stitching like this all the way until you reach the end. And this slip stitch section also acts like that ridge on this pattern, so it kind of mimics that. So yeah, this is what it should look like. So it kind of looks similar to this ridge here. Yeah, so you're going to continue all the way until you reach the end here, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so we're going to continue from where we left off, from when we just finished this slip stitch section. Now we're going to work on the waistband, and to do so you're going to chain two. I already did, and this counts as a double crochet. We're essentially going to make a double crochet row all the way around. Okay, but this section includes a lot of estimating, so it depends. We're gonna make a double crochet row around this. If it seems like you made too much double crochets, then you might have to redo the row with less double crochets. So you can do whatever works for you, but I'll show you what I did. So this counts as a double crochet. I'm gonna double crochet into the side of this first double crochet once. Then I'm gonna make 3 double crochets into the side of this treble crochet. Then I'm gonna make a double crochet into the middle section of these 2 treble crochets, and then 2 more double crochets into this next treble crochet side of this treble crochet. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to double crochet once into the side of this double crochet once in between them, these 2 double crochets, and then double crochet once into this space. Now I'm going to double crochet once into the side of this single crochet, and then another into this hole here. I'm not too sure what this is, but I'm trying to just make it even. Now I'm going to double crochet into the side of this double crochet. Remember, this doesn't have to be perfect, and you're just going to continue double crocheting along this edge until you reach back to the start. Okay, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just went around with my double crochets all the way around, and I reached back to the beginning here. And what I'm going to do is slip stitch into the top of this double crochet here. We have this chain 2 here, so we're going to slip stitch into this double crochet on top of it. So it kind of looks like if this slip stitch is on top of these 2 chains. So it looks like double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. Okay, now we're going to chain 2, and this chain 2 counts as a back post double crochet. Now we're going to front post double crochet around the next stitch, which is this one. Okay, so to front post double crochet, you go from the front and then around your stitch, grab the yarn over and pull through and make a double crochet. So that's your first front post double crochet. Now you're going to make a back post double crochet. To make a back post double crochet, we're going to do the same thing like we did before, from the back to the front around that next stitch. And we're going to continue making front post and back post double crochets. So the next stitch, front post double crochet. Next stitch, back post double crochet. So continue just like this, alternating between front post and back post double crochets all the way around until we reach the end, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I reached back around. I just did my front post and back post double crochets all the way around, and I ended off with a back post double crochet into the last stitch, and here is my chain 2. So now essentially you would want a front post double crochet in the middle of these 2 back post double crochets, and this one is a front post, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you would like, you can also make a double crochet right around in this area, just like this, and now slip stitch into the top of this second double crochet, not the chain 2 space. So we have an extra double crochet in the middle there, so we could make a front post double crochet around that for the next round. So we're essentially going to do the same thing again. We're going to chain 2, which counts as a back post double crochet. We're going to front post double crochet around this next stitch, which is a front post double crochet. And now we're going to back post double crochet around the next back post double crochet, front post double crochet around the next front post double crochet, back post double crochet around the next back post double crochet. And we're going to continue alternating just like this between front post and back post double crochet, making sure that you're making front post double crochets on top of front post double crochets from the previous row, and back post double crochets on top of back post double crochets from the previous row. And you continue all the way around, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just reached back around and I just did a back post double crochet, and now I'm going to do a front post double crochet into that extra stitch that I made. And now I'm going to slip stitch into this front post double crochet and not the chain 2 space, just like that. You should have a total of 3 rows that you made. Now we're going to make the last row. The last row would be to chain 1, front post single crochet into the next front post single crochet, which is this one right here. And a front post single crochet is basically the same idea as a front post double crochet, but instead we're making a single crochet. So you make a front post single crochet, chain 3, make a front post single crochet into the next front post single crochet. We're skipping this back post double crochet. So we're making a front post single crochet into the next front post double crochet. Chain 3, front post single crochet into the next front post double crochet. And we're going to continue like this all the way until we reach the end. Chain 3 and make a front post single crochet into the next front post double crochet. And I'll meet you back once we reach back to the end. Okay, I just went all the way around with my chain 3s and I just have my last one here. Chain 3 and slip stitch into that first front post single crochet. Now you can cut and fasten off your yarn. We're going to work on the drawstring for this what do you call this? Waistband. We're going to work on the drawstring for the waistband. And to make your drawstring, you can either make a chain and a single crochets into that chain, a long chain that could be able to tie, weave in through this and tie into a bow. So I like to make it with this I-cord that I call it. It's just a little fancier and looks neater in my opinion. So you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to look at the work and you're going to go into the second stitch, not this one but this one. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop, hold it there, hold it with your finger, go into the last chain, grab the yarn, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to take your thumb and your finger from behind to hold this section so that we don't lose these stitches, because we're going to let go of 2. Now we're going to grab the yarn, pull through the first loop, go through the second loop, grab the yarn, pull through, go through the last loop, grab the yarn, pull through. Now you've just done 1 row. So now let's make another one. We're going to repeat what we just did, and to do so you're going to hold these stitches so that you don't lose them. Hold it like this with your finger, release 2 loops, keep 1 loop, grab the yarn, pull through, put your hook in the next loop, grab the yarn, pull through, put your hook in the last loop, grab the yarn, pull through, and that's another row. Now we're going to keep doing this over and over until we reach our preferred length. And you want to make this long enough that you could tie around your hip area and also to tie into a bow. So you have to keep that in mind when measuring. So you continue until you reach your preferred length, and I'll meet you back once I'm finished mine. Okay, and this is what mine looks like. Yeah. Okay, I just finished mine and I left kind of long ends. You cut and you fasten off your yarn, but keep in mind if you want to add beads, you could add beads, but make sure to have a long end like this. And yeah, so let's attach this to our work. So as you can see, this is long enough to tie into a little bow, you know, like this. So to attach it to your work, you're going to grab your hook, look at the waistband that you made before, and take note of 1, 2, 3 double crochet rows, and we're going to work into the second row. So we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to put our hook into the second row like this over the front post double crochet, put it through the next front post double crochet, put it through the next front post double crochet, just like this. Now we're going to grab our cord, hold on to it with your hook and pull it through, just like that. So we're going to continue weaving this in and out of your waistband till you finish. So continue just like this. You could try it on to make sure it fits, and we can move on to the section at the bottom here. Okay, you're gonna make a slip knot like this, and now we're gonna grab our work. I'm gonna be working into this section in the middle of these 2 double crochet rows here. This is also where I slip stitched. I left that in the middle here. So I'm placing my hook in the middle section here, anywhere in this section in the middle of the 2 double crochet rows on the side. So now we're going to make a standing single crochet, and to do that you're just going to grab the yarn, pull through, and single crochet. So that's your first single crochet. Now we're going to chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to slip stitch into the middle section of these 2 single crochets right there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah. Chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Single crochet into the middle of these 2 double crochet sections, which is around here. Chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Single crochet into the middle section of these 2 treble crochets. So let's work into here. Single crochet. And we're going to continue just like this all the way around. Chain 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Single crochet into the middle section of these 2 double crochets, which is around here. Chain 9, single crochet into the middle section of these 2 single crochets, and we're going to continue just like that, repeating all the way around until we reach back to the start, and I'll meet you back. Okay, now that we reach back to the beginning, I just did my last chain 9, and now I'm gonna slip stitch into that first standing single crochet I made, which is right here. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the first chain of this 9 chains that we made, and I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This counts as a treble crochet and chain 1. Now we're going to treble crochet into that space and chain 1, and we're going to do that again. Treble crochet and chain 1, and we're going to continue doing that treble crochet and chain 1 until you have a total of 7 treble crochets and 7 chain 1 into this chain 9 space. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I have a total of 7. I'm just going to push these down to make it even. Chain 1 and single crochet into the next chain 9 space. which is this space. Now we're going to chain 1 again and treble crochet into the next chain 9 space, chain 1, and we're going to continue making treble crochet and chain 1 until you have a total of 7 treble crochets into this chain 9 space. And we're going to keep repeating this all the way until you reach the end. Okay? Single crochet into the next chain 9 space, chain 1, and continue just like before. Okay, and I'll meet you back once we reach back around. Okay, I reached back around. I just did my last single crochet, and now I'm going to chain 1. We have a chain 4 space here. We're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain. Now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet into the chain 1 space, chain 3, double crochet into the next double crochet, which is this one, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. We're going to chain 3 again, double crochet into the next double crochet, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 3, double crochet into the next double crochet, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. And we're going to continue just like this, repeating this pattern all the way until we reach back to the end. When we reach this section, we're just gonna single crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the single crochet, single crochet into the next chain 1 space. And we continue just like this all the way until we reach the end. And I'll meet you back. Okay, I just reached back around right here. Now I have to make 3 chains, double crochet into the last single crochet, single crochet, and I'm going to slip stitch into this space right here at the end, and now I can cut and fasten off my yarn just like that. Now you can weave in all your ends. If you would like, you can add your beads. I'm going to be adding these 2 beads to the ends of these, and that will be the end. Weave in all your ends and you're finished.